Hey, what's going on, y'all? Happy Monday, Pep Talk Monday, Truck Series. Did you guys see the fights last night? Awesome. What a cool event at the White House. God, what other president would host such an event, such an awesome event on the White House lawn? It was cool. Hopefully you saw it. This has got nothing to do with peptides, but the second fighter, I thought this was funny. I'm just going to share this because I have your attention for a minute. The guy just gets done just beating the heck out of somebody, knocked him out. Joe Rogan's interviewing him, and he's dropping F-bombs and flipping off, these people in this, and then he says, I want to recognize my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and thank you for all the glory goes to you. And then he goes, Michelle Obama's a man, and just drops the mic, just walks off. I thought it was funny. You'll probably hear about it if you didn't watch the fights, but what does that have to do with peptides? Absolutely nothing. All right, today's truck series is about Retta, and all right, this is coming from a loving place, you guys. Hear me out. If you think, if you say, if you feel that Retta's not working for me, it's not Retta. The Retta's not working. You're not working. It's not Retta. Okay? So hear me out. Again, I'm challenging you to do better and to think different. And if you think different, you'll do better. Here's the deal. If you're taking Retta and you're like, man, I had a client in California, he said, hey, I gained a couple pounds this last week. That's okay. What that means is you put more food in your pie hole than calories that you burnt. Real simple equation. You ate more and you didn't exercise or train to burn those calories. That's got nothing to do with Retta. That's on you. So, if you're eating more food and you're not exercising enough, you will gain weight. Even on Retta. Real simple. Brian, I'm taking Retta and I still have the food noise. Okay. You probably have less food noise than you had before, but this is where you do need to exercise some self-discipline. You guys, Retatrutide is not a miracle pill. It is a precision tool. It will help reduce some of the food noise. The goal shouldn't be starvation. You should want and you need the ability to eat food. Okay? So I've got people on both sides of the spectrum here where you want no food noise, you don't, and then once the food noise is eliminated with some people, they go, oh shoot, I just look at food and I don't feel like eating. That's not good. You need to eat, and you need to eat enough food to maintain your muscle or build muscle. Nothing wrong with that. You can't have them both, okay? You can't starve yourself, want all the food noise to go away, and expect to achieve the body that you're hoping for. And at this point, you're just hoping. You're buying peptides, you're doing your weekly thing, but what else are you doing to help you accomplish your goals? Retta's not going to get you there by itself. So if you have food noise, and let's just say at your house, if you buy a bunch of junk food and you have junk food in your house, you might be more tempted to eat junk food, processed food, sugar food, sodas, bread, pasta, all the things maybe that you shouldn't be eating if you're buying them, and maybe you're buying them for another member in your family, and you say, hey, I've got kids, and they want the Pop-Tarts and this and that and ice cream. You're not doing your kids a favor by making them fat. Let this sink in. You're not doing a favor by giving them obesity, by giving them diabetes. Perhaps the whole family can eat better. If you have healthy foods in the house and just healthy foods, then you're less tempted to partake. If you're an alcoholic, don't go to the bar. I mean, that should be self-explanatory, but it's not. There is no genetic, there is no gene. This is not a hereditary thing, obesity and diabetes even. Hey, my entire family has diabetes, I'm gonna have diabetes. No, your whole family eats like shit. You grew up that way and you guys live that lifestyle and you pass it on to your kids. And maybe it's generational. My granddaddy was fat. My mom and my dad were fat. I'm fat. I'm gonna make sure that my kids are fat. That doesn't make any sense. At some point, break the generational chain and stop being a friend to your kids. If your 10-year-old says, hey, Dad, Mom, I want to get a tattoo, you might exercise some parental responsibility and say, no, hey, Johnny, you're too young to get a tattoo. When you're 18, you can do whatever you want to. Johnny thinks that he's a girl. Guys, if you are this insane, I'm not sure that I can work with you, but if you're like, oh yeah, Johnny, you are a girl, you could be a girl if you want to be a girl. No, most sane parents, all sane parents, are going to say, no, Johnny, you're a boy, you're not a girl. Same thing applies with food. Is if your whole family adopted this new way of thinking is, hey, we're only going to have healthy food in here. Now, your kids, I don't care if they're 8 years old or 12 years old or 14 years old, yeah, they might go out with their friends and eat whatever they want to. That's fine. Just don't keep it in the house. I mean, you know that kids are going to grow up and do things that you don't necessarily approve of, but I would hope you wouldn't allow them to do it right in front of you. Think of food that way, okay? Now, moving past the whole, what you keep in your house and the food noise, it's going to require a tad bit of discipline. You can't inject discipline into your body. Now, again, Retta works in amazing ways in food noise and weight loss and fat loss. They're just a couple of the effects of Retta. There's some other amazing effects that show up in your blood work and show up just in your overall just health. So Retta is a forever peptide for me, for my family. We're going to take it forever. It's like a multivitamin. It does so many things good. I don't want to walk around and live life not being able to look at food and then or rely on this to have a little discipline and know that, okay, that's not good food. This is coming up in my household now. So my mom, you know that she beat cancer. We kept her far away from sugar because sugar feeds the cancer cells. Now that she's beat cancer, guess what's showing up in our Mom, I love you. She's buying ice cream again, buying cereal, buying graham crackers, buying Gatorade with sugar in it, buying, hey, no, we can't go back to doing this. And what she told me last night, this was a quick conversation before bed. Well, that's the only thing that really tastes good right now, and I need to eat. I need to put the weight back on. And eating something is better than nothing. No, it's not. Whether it's for my mom or anybody that's watching this video, eating shitty food is not better than eating nothing. You're better off eating nothing than processed sugar, refined sugar food. Putting literal shit in your body is not better than not eating. You're better off not eating. Okay? That's my opinion. That's my experience. And you got to determine if that makes any sense to you. So if you're out and about and you're like, hey, I haven't eaten anything all day. Oh, there's a McDonald's. Let me pull in there and shove down some shit. Don't do it. I've done it 100 times, thousands of times. That's how I used to live as I was trying to get bigger and stronger my entire adult life is, hey, eating something is better than nothing. Well, I was fat. I had muscle because I lifted weights, but that mentality never worked. And the end result is I was fat. I lacked the energy most of the time, and I was on a CPAP machine, and I was not in great health because that was my mentality around food. I'm going to point to some people, like at an extreme level, pro bodybuilders. Interview anybody that's, a pro bodybuilder. Jay Cutler is somebody that I follow. And when he was competing, there would be videos of him just eating chicken and rice, He's like, I don't even eat for taste or for flavor. It doesn't give me any joy or pleasure. I'm eating to fuel my body. And yesterday, I met up with a buddy of mine, Earl. Earl's my boy, great friend. We met up and had a drink. We talk about weightlifting. We talk about life. We talk about training. We talk about anabolics. We talk about peptides. We talk about diet. And Earl just flew in Saturday night. He was in Houston, and Sunday was his meal prep day. I'm like, okay, what are you meal prepping this week? Because if you're friends with Earl on Facebook, he's always grilling. He's grilling every day. He eats a ton of meat. This guy is jacked. I got to tell you, he's 60 years old, and he's a freak. That guy can still put 405 up on an incline for reps. He still deadlifts over 600 pounds. If you know who I'm talking about, or if you see me like post something on Facebook with me and Earl is the example of what men in their 60s could look like. So Earl, what are you meal prepping this week? He's like, I'm gonna go home. I got 5 pounds of ground beef, and I'm gonna make cabbage. I'm gonna throw some cabbage, some rice in there, cook it all up. I'm like, all right, what? So is that your lunch or is that your dinner? He's like, brother, I eat every 3 hours. He literally has that exact same meal 3 or 4 times throughout the day. I don't care what it tastes like. It's the protein. It's a good balance of good carbohydrates. He's like, that's what I'm gonna eat every 3 hours for the next week, as he gets back, dialed in after traveling. Earl is an example for any man or woman in his mindset toward food. It's not about pleasure. It's not about feeling good. Getting back to the conversation with my mom, and conversations that I really have had multiple times throughout last week and every single week, is that eating shitty food, like, hey, it's the only thing that sounds good. Well, that's an obesity mindset. Okay, let me say this again. Eating only foods that taste good or sound good is what got us in the problem in the first place. And I'm talking about our entire country. We're fat, we're obese, we're in bad health. 80% of our country. I mean, the numbers are the number. Numbers, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. We've got an obesity epidemic going on right now in our country. And the people that are overweight, and I'm not talking about 2 pounds or 5 pounds, I'm talking about, I think obesity is, for men, being above 20% body fat, which is most of society. Well, the only thing that sounds good is crappy food. That's what you've been conditioned. And your behavior, your body is a reflection of your mindset and your behaviors. If I only want to eat yummy food, then I'll just eat freaking donuts and toaster strudels, and because that tastes really good, and sugared cereal and all the crap in the middle part of the grocery store. So if you want to be fat, just eat the food in the interior of the grocery store and not all the healthy foods on the exterior of the store, the outside aisles. So back to Retta. But this is all correlated, guys. If the food noise hasn't gone away, it doesn't mean, hey, I need to ramp up the Retta, or I need to take something else, even though, if you legit are doing everything that you can and need to add another tool, like cagrilintide to reduce that appetite a little bit more, the goal shouldn't be just to crash your appetite and not make you eat, because when you take it that far, the next text I'm going to get from you is, Brian, I have no energy, I'm fatigued, I'm dragging ass. Now I can't get to the gym because I don't have the energy to get there. It's because you're not eating enough, because you've taken it so far to crash any appetite. You're not taking in enough nutrients. You're going to be deficient in vitamins, minerals, nutrients that fuel your body, that give you energy, that allow you to go work out and maybe even build muscle, because you're purposely crashing it because you lack the discipline to just not eat shitty foods. So this pendulum just keeps swinging like this, and it's all of my clients that are getting good results, but eventually they'll, hey, I gained 2 pounds this week. That's okay. I hope you're in it for the long haul, you're playing the long game. If you're going to do this for 52 weeks, okay, just plan on being on Reddit. Do it for a year. Do yourself a favor and do it for a year. Titrate up. Go from 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 to 10 to 12, and do that over the course of 48 to 52 weeks. You're gonna love what happens. But if you lost 2 pounds every week for 52 weeks and you weigh 160 pounds today, there's gonna be a point. You cannot be a human being at 60 pounds. You just can't. You're gonna lose all your muscle. You don't want to look like an AIDS patient or look like you're on chemo. That shouldn't be the goal. You cannot lose weight every single week, because eventually you just wither away and die. So play the long game. If you gain a couple of pounds one week, hey, just recognize, go back, and if you're not tracking it daily, then you can go back and say, well, why did I gain 2 pounds? Well, you know what, I skipped the gym 2 days, and I ate donuts at one time, and I went out with my friends and I had a couple drinks, and then I ate bar food. Okay, well, so again, that's got nothing to do with the Reddit. That's got everything to do with your lifestyle. So it's okay for you to gain a couple pounds one week, lose a couple pounds. A lot of it's water weight too, by the way. So it's there's going to be some fluctuation. the expectation should not be that every time that you step on the scale, you're losing weight. Maybe if you weigh 300, 350, or 400 pounds, you've got more to lose. But a lot of people that are coming to me are just 20, 30 pounds, and shoot, if you lose 1 pound every other week over the course of 52 weeks, you end up hitting your goal weight. But that shouldn't be the only thing you're tracking, is the scale. Look at, when you get out of the shower, look at yourself naked. I'm not saying this for any other reason. Just that, okay, do I like how I look? Do I like my arms, my shoulders, my back, my legs, my stomach? Body composition. And if you're adding muscle and you're improving the way that you look in the mirror, and this is to your standards and what your goals are, then gaining a couple pounds is okay. So losing weight shouldn't be the only goal. That's just one of the goals. And Retta is just one tool in the tool belt. It's not a magic bullet. So having some self-control, having some good habits, lifestyle habits, going to the gym, putting in work. When I hear, hey, Retta's not working, no, you're not working. You aren't working. The Retta's doing its thing. Give it some time, play the long game, be committed to it, but realize that it's your lifestyle and the choices that you make daily. If you skip the gym, you do less cardio than you should, you skip taking that walk at night or getting up in the morning because you were up late, you didn't get a good night's sleep, so you slept in, hit the snooze, and you didn't get up and do the things that you should be doing, that's on you. Okay, so I challenge you as friends, as clients, as anybody that's part of this community, to do the work. Okay, Retta's not going to do the work for you. It's just a tool in the tool belt. If you're gaining weight, you're putting in more food in your pie hole than you're exerting and burning. Really, really simple. If you go at too much of a calorie deficit and you just turn off the food noise and you can't look at food, and you don't eat enough, you're going to be tired, you're going to be fatigued, and you're going to lose muscle. You're not going to make it to the gym. So I hope this is somewhat helpful for somebody. Mentality. It's the game up here is, what are my expectations? Am I doing the things? What are the things? It's my relationship with food. I'm eating intentionally to fuel my body so I can work out, have energy and work out, lift weights, exercise, so I can have the body that I want and have the energy that I want and the vitality. So it's mindset. Doing the things are eating right, removing all the crap from your house if that's a temptation. Resistance training shouldn't be optional. This is non-negotiable. I don't care who you are. God bless you. I want you to be happy. I want you to be healthy. If you're not lifting weights, shame on you. You're missing out. And for whatever reason that is, maybe you're intimidated by the gym or something, or you've never been invited, you don't know what to do, hire a trainer. They can walk you through how to lift, show you the proper form, proper technique, and give you a plan. Now you've got a plan to follow. And it doesn't matter if you're powerlifting, if you're bodybuilding, or if you're doing CrossFit. If you want to do CrossFit, that's awesome. CrossFit, I'm not a fan personally, but I am, man, I see the benefits of having the community and working out together. Can you do this from your garage or your basement? For most of you, no. No, you lack the discipline. I lack the discipline. Okay? First of all, to build out a gym to my standards would cost thousands of dollars. I'm better off, I pay $169 a month for Lifetime Fitness. It's worth every penny. It's got all the equipment and everything that I need for a small amount. That's non-negotiable for me. It takes me 10 minutes to drive to the gym. I'll do a truck series, I'll listen to music, I'll get in the mood, and then I walk in and I hit it. Working out at home for most people, and again, if you're an exception to the rule, and you're doing it and it's working for you, that's awesome. Keep doing it. But if you're on the fence about, hey, should I join a gym? I don't want to join a gym. I'm too intimidated. I'll just buy some equipment and work out at home. It doesn't work for most people because you get sidetracked by the news, by dishes in the sink, doing your laundry, 100 other things. There's taking a nap. It's too easy to fall down into bed or to lay on the couch and you don't make it to the basement or the gym. It just does not work. Guys, I've been in this space for my entire adult life and I've always gone to the gym. Someday I want to own my own gym and have my own space. I used to really enjoy working out with other people around me. I don't even talk to them. I'm not social in the gym. I'm a little bit more social now. I wear a peptide dealer shirt and people come up to me and say, hey, do you sell peptides? And so, yeah, I'm talking to more people than I used to, but usually I've got this mad look on my face. I'm listening to some music and it's basically like, fuck off. I'm not approachable in the gym. But I like to have people around me. I like to have people that are lifting more weights than me. That inspires me. I'm like, okay, all right, that dude's working with the 90s. All right, but do 95. I'm a little bit competitive. Alpha male. It's like, yeah, let's compete. This guy just knocked out 8 reps. I'm gonna knock out 10. I like lifting around people that are bigger and stronger than me. Even though I'm not social in the gym, I like that. There was another gym that I was working at just a couple months ago where I had the whole gym to myself. And that was awesome too. I could take my shirt off, take my shoes off, walk around. That was pretty cool too. So I like both. I like a combination. I hate going to the gym when I can't get my equipment in. So I instead of paying $30 a month at EOS or $25 at EOS or $10 at Planet Fitness, I'll pay $170 because there's less members. It's easier for me to get equipment at a certain price point. Okay, so if you're in that real cheap, real low-end price point, the gym's going to be busier, especially around 5 o'clock. So find something that works for you. Maybe working out at 7 o'clock and skipping that rush. Maybe it's working out first thing in the morning and skipping that rush, getting your workout in before the day starts. That way, when the day gets out of control and whatever happens during that day doesn't affect your ability to work out later. So sometimes knocking that out, and that's what I do. It's 9 o'clock here. I'm gonna do my cardio. I'm gonna knock that out first. Then I go home and eat, work, do what I need to do, and then I come back later and I'll weight train. So I'm hitting it twice a day. Anyway, I hope that was somewhat helpful for somebody. Okay, if it was, give me a thumbs up. If there's anything you want me to talk about in these pep talks, let me know. I do my pep talks based on the conversations that I have that day or the couple days leading up to that. So this keeps coming up with Retta. It's either blame, I'm not losing enough weight, or I'm not eating, and the pendulum's just way on this side or way on this side. And I mean, ultimately it's you. Okay, it's up to you. So love you. Get in the gym, go lift some heavy weights, look good naked, be healthy, get in the best shape of your life, inspire others to do the same thing. And you know what? Bring somebody with you. that like, hey, you need a workout partner? Hey, come work out with me. Because sometimes doing it with somebody else, if that helps you, be accountable. We're going to meet at the gym at 4 o'clock. Yeah, we're going to meet at the gym at 4. So having an accountability partner might help too. So anyway, God bless. Have a great Monday, and we'll talk to you soon.